Hello, this is Mrs. Jacobs again, and I'll be showing you GOMath Grade 4, Lesson 2.11. Teaching point. I can multiply a 3-digit and a 4-digit factor by a 1-digit factor with regrouping. Standard 4.NBT.5. So let's start off with a little review. First, let's review a 2-digit factor by a 1-digit factor using regrouping, which was lesson 2.10. So I'm going to generate a 2-digit number by a 1-digit number using the dice. So we have 33 times 4. So I'm going to set this up as 33 times 4 equals, I'm going to do an estimate first. I'm going to estimate the product first. So my estimate is 30 times 4 equals 120. Now I will set it up vertically. Vertically means one number on top of the other. And in this case, I'm going to do the larger factor, 33, on top, and the 4, making sure I put it in the ones place. And now I'm ready to multiply using regrouping. So first I do 4 times 3, and that is 12. 12 ones, right? So since the answer is 12, the 2 goes in the ones place, and I regroup the 1. Next I do 4 times 3, and that is 12. And I add 1 is 13. 13. So the product of 33 times 4 is 132. So today we're going to apply our knowledge of multiplying a 2-digit factor by a 1-digit factor using regrouping, and we're going to just make the factors larger. We're going to be doing a 3-digit by a 1-digit and a 4-digit by a 1-digit. Okay, I will model for you how to multiply a 1-digit factor by a 3-digit factor using regrouping. Again, we're going to estimate the product first. So 935 times 4. Since my larger factor is in the hundreds place, I'm going to round to the nearest hundred. So 935 is about 900. So I will do 900 times 4. Basic fact says 9 times 4 is 36. And then I carry on my 2 zeros that I see in the factor. 2 zeros. Add my comma is 3,600. So now I will begin multiplying using regrouping. Again, I'm start off at the ones place, and I notice I have 4 times 5. 4 times 5 is 20. So it's a 0, and I regroup the 2 in the tens place. Next, I'm going to do 4 times 3. 4 times 3 is 12. Add the 2 that I regrouped makes 14. Again, 14, I put the 4 and regroup the 1 into the hundreds place, because that's the next place. So 4, and then regroup the 1 above the 9 in the hundreds place, right? So Now I move on and I do 4 times 9. 4 times 9 is 36. Add 1 is 37. But I notice there's no thousands place. So when I am writing 37, the 7 goes in the hundreds place, and the 3 would go in the thousands place. So my answer is 3,740. Okay, so now we're just going to be applying the same strategies step by step. But now we're going to do a 1-digit factor by a 4-digit factor. So again, let's estimate the product. But this time, since we have a 4-digit number, it's in the thousands place. We're rounding to the thousands place. So 3,408 is about 3,000. 3,000 times 7. Well, I know that 3 times 7 is 21. And I'm going to use the pattern of zeros. So the product will be about 21,000, give or take. Remember, it's not an exact. Okay? But now I will find the exact answer by multiplying 3,408 times 7 using regrouping. So again, here we go down to the ones place, and I see 7 times 8. 7 times 8 is 56. So 56 is 5 tens, 6 ones. Okay, now I go back and I'm going to do 7 times 0. 7 times 0 is 0, but I have that 5 that I regrouped. So 7 times 0 is 0. Add 5. 0 and 5. When I add it, I get 5. So I will write a 5. Didn't need to regroup. So now I move on, and I'm going to do 7 times 4. 7 times 4 is 28. So I will write the 8 and regroup the 2. So I'm going to write the 8, regroup the 2 into the next place, which is the thousands place. Then I'm going to continue. 7 times 3. 7 times 3 is 21. Add 2. 21, 22, 23 is 23. 23. So 3,408 times 7 is 23,856. So here I have a reference for you that if you need to see the steps more visual, one after the other, here are the steps in the order that we solved. So of course you can look at this, and of course you can always print it if you needed to and put it in your math notebook for reference. So now we're going to try some examples ourselves. So I would like you to copy and solve in your math notebook using regrouping. Remember, you have to estimate the product first, then you find the exact product by multiplying using regrouping. I hope that this video has helped you to multiply a 3-digit and a 4-digit factor by a 1-digit factor using regrouping. Okay, see you tomorrow in class. Thanks for joining me.